Alright, and welcome back to another Friday episode here on the Nomads channel. This one is all about some of my favorite viewpoints in all of Ontario and from what I've discovered over the past couple months. Now, I will preface this by saying that most of these are within a couple hours drive of Ottawa. However, many of them are accessible by Toronto or Kingston or kind of just wherever you are in this province or even neighboring provinces on a little weekend trip. But with that said, I'm going to start with the number one spot that I'm talking about in this video, and that is Eagle's Nest in Calabogie. Calabogie is only about an hour outside of Ottawa and has one of the most incredible sunsets that I've ever seen. And this isn't just exclusive to Ontario, this is just in general. The sunset here is absolutely remarkable. It's one of my favorite places, and you can get some incredible photos like this one. But just make sure that if you go to these destinations or places like this, just keep it cleaner than you found it. The second spot that I'm going to be talking about in this video is actually just outside of Westport, Ontario, and that is Foley Mountain. And the reason that I love Foley Mountain is that you have this lookout that overviews the entire cute little village of Westport. Westport's a town that is really known for local tourism and even getting some American people in there too in a typical summer. It's full of beautiful cafes, restaurants, and shops, and it's a great little place for a day trip. The third place that I'm going to be talking about today is Landons Bay in the Thousand Islands region of Gananoque. Gananoque is one of the most popular tourism destinations in all of Ontario, and every summer has thousands and thousands of people coming from Ottawa, Kingston, Toronto, and even upstate New York to come visit. This summer has obviously been a little bit different, but this easy hike has an incredible reward and beautiful view, and that's why it's on this list. The fourth place on this list is Barron Canyon in Algonquin Park. This is one of the most incredible canyon views that I've ever seen, with 100-meter tall cliffs on either side. A lot of people actually like to canoe and kayak through this canyon and this gorge, which I think is awesome. I really wish I could have had the chance to do this, and hopefully I will be able to do so soon. But it is an easy hike. It's only about 8 to 10 minutes to get up there, and you're rewarded with this incredible view. And I highly suggest that if you have the chance to go to Algonquin Park, explore other places like High Falls or other hikes and camping destinations in that area. It really is just a treasure of this province. The fifth spot on this list is actually my personal favorite. It's another incredible sunset destination, and that is Rock Dunder. Rock Dunder is not too far from Kingston, and it is honestly spectacular. Just be wary that you should be wearing appropriate footwear, and if you are going for sunset, bring a headlamp or a light source of some kind because it will get dark, and it is a 4-kilometer steep and rocky hike to get there and back. But with that all said, it is probably the most spectacular view in my opinion. The golden hour hues here are just immaculate, and I just think it's perfection. And the sixth spot on this list is Bonneco Provincial Park and the cliffside views there. Now, unfortunately, during our visit, we didn't have a chance to rent a canoe and get to the very top of the cliffs. However, that is possible. There are plenty of trails that are only accessible by canoe, which you can rent at the park itself. But this place with the cliffside views and the pictographs right along the side of them from native tribes that have been there for hundreds and hundreds of years is a really unique place in all of Canada. And I think that more people should understand how beautiful this is, especially come right now during the autumn time and autumn months. This is honestly one of Canada's coolest little places and hidden gems, and I highly suggest visiting if you have the chance. Now that pretty much wraps it up for my 6 favorite spots that I've headed to and viewpoints that I've discovered in the past couple months. This isn't necessarily a list of the absolute best viewpoints in Ontario, as I just haven't explored enough, and that just leaves me with plenty more to go see. But it's a great starter point to really start planning out some really unique places that maybe you didn't know about before. Ontario often gets looked at as a boring province, or a province that doesn't necessarily have the same nature quality as maybe the East Coast or the West Coast does. But there's plenty around, and I really think it's yours to discover. But with that said, if you enjoyed this video, it would mean the world to me if you could share it, pass it along, or leave a comment or a like. It honestly helps a little channel like this grow just that little bit more, and it means that I can do this a little more often. And if you enjoyed it that much, I hope to see you next week. Until next time, peace and goodbye.